So we brought you here to play your video game, but it is Video Game History Month, and we asked that you play a game from your past, a classic, as it were.
Yeah.
You gave me a list, and when I saw this on the list, I had to go for it. Thief the Dark Project from 1998. This is Thief Gold. This is the version that has some extra little bits and bobs on it.
Whichever you prefer. It can come up to like here.
Yeah,
if that's too high.
Let's try that. This will be good for the carpal tunnel.
Yeah. We can adjust a little bit.
So you haven't played this game, I'm guessing, in a while.
I have not played it in some time. I don't remember what the default.
Skip training.
Yeah, you got it. Oh man. All right. Try hard. Skip training. This game had I really loved. So my little trivia around this game, or one of the reasons it's personal to me, is it's the first 9+ score that I gave a PC game in my days of reviewing games on GameSpot. This game just blew me away when I played it. I didn't know what to expect going into it, but I was really blown away by how amazing the setting and the story of this game was, in addition to all of the really great and rich game systems here. It was like nothing I'd really played before.
What had Looking Glass made up until that point?
They had made.
They did System Shock,
They did System.
right?
Yeah, I was hesitating on that because
later
Origin released it. System Shock was before. They did. I think they did Flight Unlimited 2. They did like a flight simulator also. But Thief was something. So WASD controls do.
I think WASD work.
Yeah.
I did it before we came on.
So I got my sword. I got my blackjack. If you're a Thief player, you know that you should not. Oh man, if only I knew how to put away my blackjack. It's all good. So there's a great, the protagonist of this game is a great character named Garrett, and early on you find like patrolling guards here, and he's like, "How's it going?" And you just have your first amazing moment of like, "Man, I'm a thief. Like no one knows what I'm all about."
That dude is not alarmed by you lurking in the shadows.
You could just go, and totally whiff. That is Thief in a nutshell. So you clock dudes out. This game wasn't much of a, let's see, how do you...
Right click, I think it was to pick people up?
Yeah, now I am carrying Homeboy around. He is out cold, and I could just, leave him out of sight somewhere. There's that little gem at the bottom of the screen. I don't know why stealth games did not steal this, because it was so good. It worked so well. That little red
light brighter.
Yeah, it's just telling you how concealed you are or not, and it worked really well. So yeah, basically when you're just walking around, people treat you like a civilian, but as soon as you break into one of the places that you're trying to pilfer, then guards are on patrol, and the game was tuned in a really interesting way where you're a thief, not a fighter. So in head-on fights, you tended to lose.
Yeah, if you got more than one person, you were kind of hold.
So I think this guy's not gonna. I think he's gonna be all right with me. Yeah, because I'm just minding my own business.
He's not gonna call you a tapper.
Yeah. He didn't do anything to me, but for the viewers at home.
This came out in '98. I had to look up the exact date. It was the end of November. I think it was actually 2 weeks after Half-Life had come out.
Yeah, I mean 1998 was a really insane year for games. Half-Life came out.
Metal Gear Solid.
StarCraft came out. Ocarina came out. Like everything came out. I think like Baldur's Gate and stuff. So basically, like the like a classic game in every modern genre, I think, all came out that year. So Thief was, I think, overshadowed. Oh God, that's terrible. To some extent by stuff like Half-Life, but its legacy for sure lives on. I feel like there's a whole generation of game designers for whom this game is very sacred.
And out of this studio came like a whole generation of designers who then went on to, Ken Levine onto Rational, and then folks who made Dishonored, like they came out of this studio as well.
I remember where to go. You have to go into that room where that dude is, and there's like a well. To knock him out, or
we're
drunk.
I see. Yeah, he is probably just having a good time. We could leave him, but again, it's this kind of. Oh, he's got a key, so we could just steal the key, but
kneecap.
There we go.
Nice.
But so he'll feel that one in the morning.
You are like a real lean guy.
Yeah.
Whenever you pull that arm up, I'm like.
Yeah, this game was.
It's not a muscular fella.
Doors?
I think you equip the key on the.
Yeah, there's some interface stuff. That's one of the hardest things about.
I always remember loving the key icon.
Feels about 15 years old.
Yeah.
do it again? Is it mouse wheel or
Shoot it with arrows.
shoot it with a water arrow?
Everyone in.
You can go into the menu. I got some questions here. The folks
Yeah.
are asking questions at home. What do you have planned for the near future once Transistor is released?
Nothing.
Bathing, sleeping on top of a pile of money, surrounded by hundreds of beautiful women. Obviously, when it's massive success.
That we shall see. In all seriousness, we don't plan that far. One of the nice things about being small is, let's check the menus here. We don't have to plan too far ahead, and for us, it's like any plans that we attempt to have right now, I think would feel sort of false because we use item mouse to free look, drop item.
Next
Man,
item
PC games.
is empty. Yeah, look how. I love when I went into the control bindings. There were defaults for Quake controls.
Let's just.
Yeah.
All right.
Why in you? Oh, you got it there.
There it is. Oh yes.
All
right.
So that was like the toughest part of the game so far.
This looks like a loading screen to me.
Yep. Woo.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Oh, no loading screen.
right.
How about that?
But you are inside of some sort of green soda
Yes.
pop.
Yes.
So
The green soda pop is an important part of the story, so pay close attention.
What did you think of the sequels? Obviously, Deadly Shadows was kind of like a different.
I liked. So I reviewed Deadly Shadows for GameSpot. As a matter of fact, I quite enjoyed Deadly Shadows more than most people seemingly. Deadly Shadows had a really remarkable, highly memorable level called what was it? Shellbridge Cradle that was designed by Jordan Thomas, who became the creative director of BioShock 2 and stuff like that. So that I remember rather vividly in Thief 3. Thief 2 was cool, but it had that sense of like, to some extent it was more of the same for me. So it didn't have as much of like the magic of this game of like everything is new, this whole world is new, and that was just a really amazing feeling. So yeah, just like infiltrating these environments and like finding the characters in them, this sense of you felt really deviant like breaking into these places. And then so here are the water arrows. This is like a classic part of Thief, and you have these torches and you shoot a water arrow and you put them out, and guards, their AI and stuff reacts to it. So there's a dude. So this is like a good early example where if he just sees me, he'll go to town on me, but I can make that more difficult for him. Stay hidden.
We've got about a minute or two left of this, so feel free to just murder
him
if
yes.
you want.
You're speaking my language now. I want.
At last.
Let's see.
I played this about a year ago on Random Encounter and was surprised by how tense it still was.
Yeah.
Because I always remembered when you got caught in this, it felt like game over.
Nicely done.
Yep.
Right to the spine. And one to grow
So
up.
yeah, the game. I mean, I'm getting into this game just playing it again now. It's really a fantastic game. You can play it in all kinds of crazy ways. You could play it in a really expressive way, not killing anyone or killing everyone, as the case may be, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, Thief, genre classic for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for playing some Thief. We're gonna.